A former Texas state rep who led previous redistricting efforts says the legislature should not go through with the plan to redraw the Texas congressional map. Thanks for joining us. I'm Daniel Marin.
And I'm Jennifer Sanders. This all comes as state lawmakers continue to hear public testimony today. Capitol correspondent Dylan McKim brings us the latest from the Capitol.
Former Republican State Representative Burt Solomons is urging current members of the legislature to not redraw congressional maps. Solomons pleading his case in an op-ed in the New York Times, saying, quote, "What Mr. Trump wants my former colleagues to do, redistricting now, years ahead of the usual once-per-decade time frame, would erode the public's already flagging trust in government. The legislature should stand up against it. The president should stay out of it," end quote. Solomons chaired a redistricting committee in 2011. At the time, he said he and his Republican colleagues did push the envelope to gain a political edge, but knew not to cross certain rules. He believes a mid-decade redistricting effort to pick up 5 Republican seats before midterm elections will create chaos, as Democratic-controlled states threaten to redraw their own congressional maps to offset anything Texas does.
We're here because we're in response to the charge, the governor placing this on the call.
Governor Greg Abbott said he placed redistricting on the special session agenda because of a Department of Justice letter that claimed there are concerns of race-based gerrymandering in 4 of the state's districts. Senate Democrats want the Assistant Attorney General who wrote that letter to testify. The chair of the committee sent a formal invitation over the weekend.
I want her to be able to defend their position in going after these majority-minority districts.
But that invitation could be elevated into a subpoena if no answer is given.
It's very rare that redistricting is done in mid-decade, and certainly an explanation is due.
If no answer is given to that formal invitation by Wednesday, Senator King said that the committee will meet to vote on whether or not to issue a subpoena. That would need 2/3 approval from the committee members. But Senator King did say he's unclear or unsure if the committee has any kind of power to subpoena a federal official or compel someone from out of state to come testify. Reporting here in Austin, I'm Dylan McKim.
All right, Dylan, thank you so much. U.S. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries is headed to Austin Wednesday. The New York representative plans to hold a closed-door night meeting with the House Democratic Caucus and Senate Democratic Caucus to discuss strategy amid this discussion.
Going in depth, redistricting is the process of redrawing voting district maps, which, as you heard, typically happens every 10 years to address things like population shifts. The redistricting process is aimed at making sure districts of roughly equal populations are represented in the U.S. House. Right now, Democrats hold 12 of Texas's 38 congressional seats in the U.S. House.